It's apparently not only Coffee with KCAL time, but also library time, according to what we just saw.
Okay, our Chris Holmstrom has some great books with him this morning. He's at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood, getting ready to listen to your concerns. Good morning, Chris, and we love that read you picked out for us.
You like that?
Yeah.
I figured you guys would like that.
I
But
have
hey,
that
good morning
book.
to you guys. We're out here in You have that book. I was reading some of the stories, and I'm like, I feel like these two would love it. So I'll have to read more of it. But yeah, Coffee with KCAL in Inglewood. We're joined by Yolanda Davidson. Thank you so much for waking up early to be with us. I mean, you are born and raised in Inglewood. You've got Inglewood pride. You've seen Inglewood grow up so much in the last few years, especially. Talk to me a little bit about what it's like, growing up here and, how it is now versus how it was.
Growing up in Inglewood was wonderful. We knew our neighbors. We had a lot of fun. We had here in the Market Street area, we had a lot of big box stores. We went shopping. We went to Woodworth, got candy, went to Sears, got popcorn. It was amazing growing up.
Sears, that's a vibe, right? That
Yes.
doesn't exist anymore.
No, Sears is gone, but the memories are still here.
And one of the things you were talking about is we are on Market Street. There's a lot of closed businesses. I mean, the fact that Inglewood is growing so much, one of the things that you see is, where are the stores, the mom and pops, and the businesses that are here in downtown?
Well, we have a lot of construction that's going on. We have a vision from our mayor. He wants to build a transit connector. So I think that project is kind of holding up the growth of Market Street. And we lost a lot of stores throughout the years. And I had hoped that once the stadium was coming that, I'd probably get a Victoria's Secrets or a Nike store or something.
Well, hey, I mean, if you keep talking about it, then it could happen.
Maybe so.
But also, I mean, you got SoFi Stadium, you got the Intuit Dome, you've got Kia Forum. There's an event pretty much on a daily basis. How has that been for you, or how has that impacted you?
Well, it keeps me in my house. It's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of trash. It's different having people come to your neighborhood and you're not expecting them, and they park in your street and they throw trash on the ground and the traffic is a nightmare. We need to get some better traffic mitigation. We need some professionals. We need professional help.
And in short, are you optimistic with where the city's going?
Absolutely.
That's the pride I'm talking about. Yolanda, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great morning. But hey, we're going to be you're out the door already. We're gonna, oh, no, you're good. Stay with us. But we're going to be here from 7:30 to 10:30. So come on down, Coffee with KCAL, free cup of coffee. We'll see you then. And we've got a lot more interviews to come. So Jamie and Sheba, we'll send it back to you too.
I am right with her with the traffic when you go through Inglewood. She's got a really good point there. Chris,
Yes,
thank you.
Knows what she's talking about. All right,
Yeah.
go get you some more coffee. Thank you, Chris. It's Coffee with KCAL time, where we sit down with you and listen to your concerns over a free cup of coffee.
That's right. Our Chris Holmstrom is in Inglewood at Sip and Sonder. And Chris, we want to know how it's going out there. You got another cup of coffee on you?
There's no coffee in here yet. I'm still waiting for my coffee. I haven't had coffee all morning. But yeah, we're out here at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood. We just opened up the doors. You can see them behind me getting ready. But take a look at our booth. So here's some coffee for you. Come get some iced coffee. It's free. Tell us your stories. It's part of our KCAL Cares event. Not our KCAL. Coffee with KCAL, that is. All right, so these two lovely ladies over here, Miss Laverne and Miss Doris. Did I get that right? Now you're being shy. She's like, I don't see you. But hey, I've been talking to them, and they came down here because they want to talk a little bit about what's going on in their city. They've lived here for decades, and I was talking to you. I mean, Inglewood has blown up over the last few years, and with that comes the good and the bad. You were talking a little bit about traffic and your concerns with that. Tell me a little bit about what you're seeing.
We're seeing an awful lot of traffic. Living in the community, there's not police control to help the traffic. We get bogged down at Carlton Square. We can't get in or out of our community during the time of concerts and activities in the area. We would like to see that improve. Also, our traffic lights are keyed or monitored where people going to concerts get to come and go, but we get locked in our community.
And that could be dangerous. Let's say you have an emergency, you need to go to the hospital, you're stuck.
Exactly. And then when the concerts are not there, the lights are not timed correctly. We still get stuck. Long-term waiting just to get out when there's no traffic. So that needs to be adjusted for our community.
Yeah, and one of the other things, obviously, so close to LAX, and this has been a concern of yours for a long time. What's that?
The air traffic. It knocks out our internet. I can watch TV, it'll knock it out. I'm on the phone and I'll get drop calls. It's awful, the aircraft that flies overhead all the time, interrupting our TV. And that's that's where we live. And I can't watch television without the dropping of the internet.
That's not okay. and you pay for it, and you're writing your concerns down here. Obviously we do these events so we can get the issues that the community is facing, take those to city leaders, have them watch. I mean, we elect them, so if they want to be reelected, then they have to do something about it.
Exactly. Help us out.
So anything else? I mean, what are some of the things that you love about this city? Because everyone that I've been talking to, they've got Inglewood pride, and absolutely they should have. This city is rich in history. What are some of your favorite things about Inglewood?
I love it, but we think rent control should be in place. We don't like seeing our shops closed down and moved out. The small shops in our area, we love to be able to walk down Market Street. And now you see so many shops that have closed. So not only for the shops, but for housing, we need rent control.
Well, Laverne, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Anything else, Ms. Doris, would you like to say?
I think that Laverne said everything. She's my neighbor. So we have the same concern that I have the same concern that she has. And basically, she said it all.
She said it all, and you guys are both lovely. We're going to go to breakfast after this. That's why we're all dressed up, right? Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. All right, well, there you go. I mean, you heard some of the concerns there, but there's so many more. So come on down, take a look. Come have some coffee for our KCAL Cares event. The coffee's free. We'll be out here till 10:30. Jamie and Sheba will send it back to you. We're going to be out here all morning long. So you're not going anywhere. We're still staying.
Well, I love how involved everyone is.
I know. It looks like such a great morning. Chris, I know you're going to enjoy that
Right?
and can't wait to hear what else everybody has to say.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you,
Absolutely.
Chris. And like Chris said, we'll be there at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood until 10:30. So we hope to see you down there. There's still plenty of time.
Hey, good morning. We're out here in Inglewood at Sip and Sonder for our Coffee with KCAL event. We've been talking to people all morning long. These two lovely ladies are here. Let's talk to you first. Freedom, you've been living here in Inglewood for 27 years, right? Back in 2007, you had the original plans of what they wanted to do to the city. They wanted to beautify it, but you said there's still some things years later that have not been done.
Yes, I would say like youth and youth development, in those plans it was, to make the community safer, give children things to do, which brings down crime, which makes our city safer. So yes, I feel like youth and youth development is one of the things that we should, focus on or, put our attention on.
And you mentioned a skate park, and still no skate park.
Yeah, did have plans for a skate park and, like the outdoorsy New York feel, walk your dogs, just bring down crime and help people have better experiences for our kids.
Absolutely. We also have Karan right here, and one of the things that you're concerned about is what we're hearing over and over again, traffic. We got SoFi, you got into it real fast. Tell me what you think could be something that the city could do to help traffic for you and your neighbors.
Well, I just think that a really tight mitigation plan for traffic control, more feet on the ground, more people directing traffic, signifying, changing the lights, and a control of the rideshare network. That would be very helpful for us.
I definitely agree. And, these are one of many issues that your community is facing. That's why we're out here with Coffee with KCAL. And, hopefully city leaders are listening. We got Mayor Butts, who just arrived here, the mayor of Inglewood. So we'll have an interview coming up with him later in the show. So stay with us. We'll send it back to you guys.
Now let's get to Coffee with KCAL, where we get to sit down with you and listen to your concerns over a free cup of coffee.
Our Chris Holmstrom is at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood. Chris, who are you talking to now?
Hey, good morning. Cheers to you two. Yeah, we're out here at Sip and Sonder. It's been a great event so far. We're out here with Mayor Butts. He's been mayor since 2011. First off, congratulations with all the city has seen so far. When you came here in 2011, it was a much different city. Explain what you saw and where you are now.
Chris, I came back after leaving 20 years before, running the police department, and in February of 2011, we were 4 months from not making payroll, cash flow bankruptcy, had a BBB- bond rating, which is junk bond rated. We had to lay off 129 positions. We had to put everybody else on a 10% furlough. It was bad times.
Bad times for sure. And one of the things that you were talking about is, where you go from here. You have SoFi Stadium, you have Intuit, you've got the Forum, you've got entertainment, and a big focus is businesses in Market Street. What are some of the plans and what you would like to see here in Market Street? Because you were talking back in the day, you got your first JCPenney card here. That was a long time ago. Not to age you, but people want to see it coming back.
Right across the street. And don't forget the YouTube Theater, the LA Philharmonic Youth Orchestra program, which is 1 block away. NFL networks are here. But here's what comes next. We have 3 5-star hotels online to be finished in the next 18 months to 2 years before the Olympics. We have 8 FIFA World Cup matches coming here in 26, the NBA All-Star Weekend in 26, Super Bowl 61 in 2027, the Olympics in 2028, the opening closing ceremonies in basketball and swimming. But we're focused on Market Street. We have a facade grant program of about $250,000 location to help people update their facades to make this back to the center downtown that it once was.
What an exciting time, and the fact the Olympics are coming. Anything else you want to say to the residents of Inglewood moving forward in the next 2-3 years?
Well, that's what I've always told them. Look, our unemployment rate dropped from 17.5% to 5%. Every development agreement has a 35% local hire requirement. And so our residential properties, we have generational wealth to pass on to our children. There are a lot of homes in Inglewood that are over $1 million now. The median cost of a house when I came to office was less than $225,000. Now it's $750,000. And so everybody just stay along and keep your properties because it's only going to get better.
Well, hey, Mayor Butts, congratulations on the success. Keep up the great work, and thanks for talking with us. I know you don't drink coffee, but hey, they got some good tea over there.
They got great tea.
They got great tea. All right, cheers. Appreciate it. All right, so hey, there you go. We got a lot still to come in Inglewood, but this city continues to grow. And, talking to all the people who live here, it's been a very awesome experience. They love their city, and they want to be here. So stay with us. We'll have much more here on Coffee with KCAL at Sip and Sonder. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, very cool. And I love hearing people talk about their communities and the issues they have and what they like to see as well. Chris, thank you so much.
First, we want to check in with Chris Holmstrom live in Inglewood. Hey, Chris.
Hey, buenos dias. We're out here at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood. You guys, this has been such a fun day. So many people from the community coming out. But hey, we got some coffee, and what did I get? The matcha?
Yes, we got the matcha latte. This is lightly sweetened with honey and oat.
Matcha latte, lightly sweetened. I'm excited for this. But hey, we got so much more coming out. Take a look at this. This is such an awesome coffee shop. I wish more coffee shops were like this. You got that cool vibe. You can read a book. You can talk. You can wake up. They even have some treats. But we're going to be out here all morning. We're here till 10:30. So come see us. Let us know what you think about Inglewood, your city, what your concerns are, what you're looking forward to, and have a free cup of coffee in us. So stay with us, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, glad to see everybody out there joining you for a cup of coffee and some conversation. All right, we'll see you in a bit, Chris. This is KCAL News Mornings at 9.
And right now we are welcoming people to Sip and Sonder in Inglewood to share their stories and their concerns. We want to check back in with Chris Holmstrom, who's live in Inglewood for us this morning. You've had so many great conversations, Chris.
We really have. This is my first one that I've covered, and Jamie, I know you guys have covered it as well. A lot of fun, a lot of stories. But hey, take a look. We're still going strong here until 10:30. Coming up, we're going to be talking to the owner inside there a little bit about the history of Sip and Sonder. So next time you're in Inglewood, or if you're a resident, you'll know a little bit more. And it's definitely a coffee shop you want to go to.
Yeah, it's a very cute one. I love to see everybody out there sharing their thoughts and ideas, Chris. Thank you.
I like the guy sipping his coffee being like, is the camera
right,
on me?
am I even on TV this morning? And thank you guys for letting us invade your morning coffee.
Time for Coffee with KCAL, where we sit down with you to listen to your concerns over a free cup of coffee.
Now, Chris Holmstrom has been at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood all morning long. And Chris, who are you speaking with now?
You know what? I'm speaking with Amanda. This is the owner of Sip and Sonder. Amanda, first off, I want to say congratulations. This venue that you have is beautiful. I love it. The vibe you've created, the people that just come chill on the couch. Congratulations to that. So you guys opened 2017, female-owned, black-owned. I love that. Tell me a little bit about what inspired you to open up a coffee shop here in Inglewood.
Yeah. So myself, I have a co-founder, Shanita Nicholas, who can't be here, but the two of us, we met about 12 plus years ago practicing at our first law firm in New York. And we were attorneys, baby attorneys, excited about starting our legal career, but I knew that there was something else. And I think it was just that journey of trying to figure out what is it, right? That feeling of what do you really want to be when you grow up? And we really just we were friends, and we would talk and just really be honest with each other about our biggest dreams and passions. And one day coffee came up in conversation, and in coffee coming up, we both were able to share with each other, our stories with coffee, our passions. Shanita has a chemical engineering background, and so that came up, and that approach, also loving coffee shops, my own relationship, just loving coffee growing up and going to certain coffee coffee shops as a kid and kind of wanting my own space to just be in my own community. And so we were just talking and you know, when you're riffing and you're back and forth, and then after that conversation, this was fall 2016, we were like, is this a thing? Do we have an idea here? And we were like, I think we do. And so we went for it.
Yeah, sometimes the hardest part is just, taking action and making it happen. I love the fact that it's called Sip and Sonder. Sonder, we're all such complex individuals and we have so much going on, and you never know what the next person is facing or the crazy that they have going on. Explain where that kind of came into play.
Yeah. So Sonder is such a beautiful concept that discovered years ago. It's from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. And, when we were talking about, like, what are we going to call this concept? And Sonder, sitting with the name of Sonder, it was an immediate, this really gets to the root of a lot of what we're trying to do and are doing. Sonder to me really speaks to a few things. It's how you can be an individual, but within a collective. It also speaks to the connection that exists between all of us, right? We're really talking about empathy, right? How are we seeing our shared humanity? I can live here in LA and someone that lives, in Alabama, I might have a different background from them, a different daily life, but I know what it feels like to be running late for work and all you want is your coffee, and then you get to work and, blah, 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 blah. You right? Like, there's all these moments and those moments of realization of just all, the lives that everyone else is living, and it gives you an appreciation for your own individual, but then also within a collective, and that connection and empathy.
Absolutely. We're all more alike than we think. Absolutely. Can we be friends? You're cool. I love it. I love your coffee. I love your matcha. Congratulations. This is amazing. You guys, I could sit and talk to her all morning long. She's so sweet, so cool. But I know you guys feel the same way. The vibe of this store and what they're about and just the complexity of humanity. I love it, too.
And I like that. It looks like a matcha that's just swinging around there. I also love how precious you are. Can we be friends? That's actually how I met one of my best friends in life.
She's awesome.
Yeah, in high school. She was like, can we be friends?
Oh,
so, yes. I hope you made a new friend, Chris. Thanks.
All right, let's get a check out of our next weather forecast.
Share Instagrams.
Oh, perfect.
Go ahead.
Chris Holmstrom is joining us this morning from Sip and Sonder in Inglewood, where he's hosting Coffee with KCAL. Chris, I miss you here, but I'm glad you're there with so many of our viewers.
You know what, Amy? I miss you too, but good morning to you. I'm drinking my matcha because I already had a cup of coffee, so don't want to be overly caffeinated. But we've been here all morning long. This place is so cool. It's definitely a vibe. I mean, we'll have Tony walk around and give you a little look. I mean, people have been coming all morning. Locals, people born and raised here, people have lived here just for the short term. And tell us a little bit about their city. Obviously, there's a lot of pride, and there's, concerns that they have. Some are concerned about traffic issues or affordability of housing. We're definitely getting to that. But this coffee shop, I want to show you the lady talking right there at the register. That is Amanda. She is the owner, and she is the co-owner of it as well. And it's just so interesting to see that she was an attorney. Then she's like, you know what? My passion is coffee. Opened up this shop, and here you go. And let me tell you, the coffee is also really, really good. But stay with us, because in the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to speak to other people, other residents who are out here, share a little bit about what they love about Inglewood, what their concerns are, and how we move forward together. So, Amy, we'll send it back to you. I'll send some coffee with Tony, the photographer.
Please do. It looks like such a cool vibe there, Chris. That's what I love. We always often think of coffee as something we're getting wound up, but this is like a nice, cool atmosphere. So, can't wait to see more of it. Thanks so much.
I love it. Come visit.
Hey,
good morning, guys.
Good morning, Chris. We're at story number 4, and of course that is you with Coffee with KCAL, and it looks like you've got a special guest that you want to introduce us to.
I do, yes. This is live television. He's like, is this live? I'm like, you got to get off the phone, Derek. But hey, thank you so much for joining us. This is Derek Steele. You have been here in Inglewood for quite some time, and you're a part of the local nonprofit organization that helps out. Tell me a little bit about what your organization does to make sure Inglewood, continues to grow and keeps kids safe and people in housing and all that.
Yeah, so I'm actually a part of the Social Justice Learning Institute. My name is Derek Steele. I'm the executive director of the organization, and we're focused on making sure that by way of education, health in the built environment, policy and advocacy, we're creating place and space for community members, making sure that folks can live whole, free, thriving lives. And so we've done a lot of things. We built 126 gardens in the community. We have over 4,000 young people who have gone through our school-based programming. We're helping young people go and get through college, get into careers. And even in state policy, local policy, like, we've done a lot of great things.
Yeah, and it's so important to do. Obviously, there's still always going to be room for growth. Inglewood has blown up so much in the past few years when it comes to, SoFi Stadium, Intuit, and also, Kia Forum. Where do we go from here? What are some of the things that the city needs to focus on to make sure that, you guys continue to thrive as a community?
Yeah, I think one of the strongest points is the people here in Inglewood, even with all of the changes that have happened. And I want to give a shout out to the city and its leadership, Mayor Butts, and the work that they have done over the years. You can say how you feel about it, but the growth of this city has also been in stabilization. I mean, you think about where Inglewood was maybe about 10, 15 years ago. We were in dire straits coming out of what happened in 2008. And so we're on a really beautiful path, but we need to make sure that we take care of folks. So that is making sure that housing is available. What are the ways that we can take advantage of being a part of the revitalization of Market Street? Are we helping to support people getting small business and bring them to bear? Like, these are the types of things that I think the city is kind of becoming more committed to, and with support from organizations like ours, we're going to get where we need to go.
Absolutely, and it's people like you and the city that have the leadership skills to make it happen. So, Derek, keep up the great work. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for interviewing us. I'm glad to have you all here.
This has been amazing. I mean, just take a look behind us. We've had people come all morning long, a very successful event, and I will say the people of Inglewood, they are amazing, beautiful souls, and thanks for letting us into your community and sharing what's going on. But for now, Amy, we'll send it back to you, and if you're ever in this neighborhood, stop at Sip and Sonder. This place is a coffee shop that there needs to be more like this, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I can't wait to visit, Chris. Thanks so much.
And we served up Coffee with KCAL in Inglewood this morning. Our Chris Holmstrom has been speaking with people in the community and listening to their concerns about the changing landscape of the city.
Hey everyone, out here at Sip and Sonder in Inglewood at Coffee with KCAL. We've been talking to people all morning long about their city, about their concerns, what they love about Inglewood. And let me tell you, there's a lot of pride. But I want to introduce you to Stephen Fisher. He's born and raised Inglewood. You've seen this city go through so many different types of situations and transitions. What brings you here this morning?
Well, I knew you guys were going to be out here, so I just wanted to contribute and give input and feedback from my perspective, what I see going on in the city. There's a lot of change. One of the things the mayor says, is what's changing Inglewood, everything, and I think that that's true, through a particular lens. I think from my perspective, what I feel the city is most challenged with is engaging the community in a more authentic way. I think that the wealth and the strength of any city and any community are the people, and I think that giving voice to the people in an authentic way is the direction and the way to go.
And you talked about Market Street. I mean, you've seen this street go up and down with businesses. I mean, what would you like to see here?
Just supporting a lot of the moms and pops here, just building the infrastructure, helping them be strong, being able to attract traffic, and serving a lot of the long-time businesses. I don't want to see, the progress happen at the expense of businesses and people who have been here, for generations. I want to see them incorporated into strategy and plan.
Well, hey, Stephen, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And these are just one of many concerns that we've been hearing at our Coffee with KCAL event. So from right now, Sip and Sonder, we'll let you see what's going on. Take a look. Coffee with KCAL. When we have our next event, come on down, join us, let us know what's happening in your community, and share your concerns.